Alright. Good night again, YouTubers. It was so hot this weekend, and the other guy that works on night watch had a death in the family. Sorry to hear about that. So I decided to stay home this weekend, and I got night watch tonight. I got this old, well, not very old. It's a Shakespeare. I know I'm a Zebco man through and through, but this is a buddy of mine. And it's a Tiger, Shakespeare Tiger. It's a TSC 20A. And it is a monster. This thing's heavy too. And I kind of took the cap off of it a while ago and looked at this. It needs cleaning up around this spinner cap. And let's see, take this cap off. It's kind of grimy. It's only got one pickup. It's got a place for two. It's got a little rust in there too. We'll clean that up, clean it out for her. I'm just looking at it now. This is as far as I've gotten into it so far. I don't think nothing that pops there off. I ain't even got my tools out yet. We'll see if I have to take it all the way apart, clean it up and grease it, or just maybe grease it. Let me pop this E-clamp off of here. See if this drag's looking good. There it goes. Make sure I got it all the way down to the low spot. It'll be easy to take the spool off. Hopefully. There it goes. Uh-oh. And there's a little plastic washer, goes right there. This is a different drag system. Looks pretty good. It's got some plates right here. There's about 2 or 3 right here. This is a different drag system that I've ever worked on. It's got a little Teflon piece there. I think it's 2 pieces. No, it's just one. And it goes on the bottom of that one. Then you got a big old plate right here. Pops off. A little greasy, old grease on there. This, I think it goes like that one. Got to keep all this stuff straight. Clean that up a little bit. Put some new grease on it. Oh, that looks pretty good. Got some old line on there. Alright, let's see about taking the back off. Take this handle off. Just seeing what I'm getting into. There ain't nothing really wrong with this reel. Just a little short deal there. Okay. Well, take that out first. See. Okay. Slide out that way. Yeah, there's a little grime in there. That right there looks real good. Got a little spring right there falling out of it. Yeah, this all looks real good. I don't think I'm going to have to take all that apart. Like I said, it works real good. All you'd have to do is take them 4 screws right there off and pop that out. And pull this out. It's got one little bearing under there. That's all it is. But yeah, that all looks good. I don't think I'm going to take all that apart. But really all it really needs is some work on this spool cap here, spinner cap. Only one pickup. It's got a place for another one. I don't guess it ever had one in there. It looks like. I'm not sure if it's made that way. If y'all know, leave me a comment. There's some rust in this thing. It's probably my WD on it or my blaster. But yeah, I'm just going to clean this up right quick. Clean up this drag a little bit. Re-grease it, put it back in. But yeah, I'll be back in a jiffy, and this looks like it's going to be a short one tonight. But alright, hang with me. Let's see how it goes. Alright, I'm back. Got this all cleaned up real nice. Stuck this handle on here. Cleaned all this down in here real good on these gears. Wasn't messy at all. And I don't see nothing wrong with all this in here. So I'm just going to stick some grease in here and reel those bearings down in there on this side. And over here, put this drag assembly back together. I figured out where that little bit of screw or little bit of spring that fell out a while ago goes down in this drag here. You see all those little divots right there? This thing clicks when you turn it. So this just, that little metal head right there just went down in that hole to click in that drag right there. So got that back in there. As far as I could tell, there was only one of them. There's another hole over here. Maybe there was just one, because that other one is long gone if it fell out. But that'll work. Okay. I'm going to stick this drag assembly back in here right. I just had to go back and look at the first of the video to make sure I was doing it right, and I was doing it wrong. So I put that little spring back in here. It runs that clicker there. Got this metal piece with the hole in it, goes on the bottom. And my fingers are all slick now. Just lay it in there like that. Let me lay it down. Okay. I've got one of these plastic pieces. Sticks in on top of that. Like so. Alright. Then we put our big plate here. If I can keep this thing sitting like it's supposed to, put your big plate back on here. And you got another plastic Teflon piece that goes on top of that. And then you lay your metal piece tabs up on this side. And that is the way it's supposed to go. Because I tried my drag out with it the other way and it would not work for nothing. But I put it back together like this and it worked fine. So this is the way that that goes on there now. So you got your plastic washers back on there, got that back on there, and that is the way that she's supposed to go right there. We put our spool back on there. You got your little deals that go on there, and that's how it should go. Now your drag works right. I had it going in the wrong way, so I'm editing that part out. Alright. Cap here. I ain't got no water on this thing because it had rust all over. I've had it sitting in this greasy rags, trying to get all the rust off of it. I can. It's got a thin layer of oil on it. Well, I've been cleaning it, wiping the grease or the rust off. I got as much of it out as I can. Maybe that has got a protective coating on it now to keep it from rusting in the future. I've been checking out these pins. There's no war spots on them or nothing like that. So those look good. No wear spots where the line's been rubbing up against anything. And it's not rough around where that line's going to be running. So it looks pretty good. I'll keep rubbing it down, getting that rust off. And it's got oil on it to help protect it, I hope. So now we can go back on with that E-clamp. And it just slides on like so. Alright. I'm happy with that right there. Now I'm gonna drop a couple drops of oil down on that bearing down in the bottom down there. I got to hold it over here where I can see. Alright. Now y'all couldn't see that too good, but I got it down in the very bottom down in there. That bearing's down there in that bottom. I've dropped about 2 or 3 drops of oil down in there on that. Alright. I think I'm going to drop. Now they got bushings under these two right here. I'm just going to drop oil in each side. Right there. Like so. Get all this junk out of my way. I'll drop a little drop on this side. I would like to order some extra bearings for some of these and just kind of soup them up. Put bearings where the bushings are. That thing's just smooth as it can be right now. Give a little bit of oil. Put it on this main gear right here. And that other small gear on that main one right there will pick up oil off of this big gear. Or grease, that is. And there ain't much to this one, really. I didn't see no point in taking it all apart and doing the whole thing. But I believe this right here is going to make it go. Put it back on the rod and take it to the lake. Alright, that's about it right there, folks. I'll put a little bit down in here where that pinion goes up and down. Get it good, protect it all from the rust and such. But really, that's about all it needs, folks. That little gear right there is just for your bait click. It's working, and our reverse works good. And that thing's just as smooth as silk, y'all. I believe that's going to work. I'll put a little bit of grease here on this pickup where it slides back and forth right there. Just like so. Put one little drop of oil on this pivot point right there. We'll put this thing back together. It's good to go. Alright. That's pretty much it. That's going to be a good reel. Oh. And we'll go ahead and put this thing back together. I'm going to take this handle back off right quick. I'm glad I found out where that little bitty spring that fell off went. Make sure you don't lose stuff like that right there either, because these little parts is easy to lose. Get this little extra grease I got around. It don't look real good off, but yeah. Alright, find this back. This all got cleaned up real good and pretty shiny. Put this back on here. Just slides right back in place there, I hope. There, like so. Alright. Screw this top cap back on. It looks good. It's just got a little wear and tear on this all. It's still shiny. It's pretty inside now. Screw that back on. Oh yeah. Looking pretty now, ain't it? Put our handle back in, and she's good to go, y'all. Think he's gonna be happy with it. Stick it back on the rod for him. All he got to do is go to the lake or go to the beach. You can use this in salt water, I'm sure. It's geared for 20-pound line, 126 yards of 20-pound line. Oh yeah. And reverse is off. On. Bait clicker. Alright. So, I believe that'll be good. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope y'all learned something, just like I did. I learned something every time I go into one of these things. But I believe it's going to be a good one. Hope y'all liked it, watched it to the end. Hope y'all hit like and subscribe. Y'all get outside, go do something. I got to finish up my night here.